Alright. In theory, that should be ready to go. So, let's get right into it. Stream 19, apparently. Ouch. Ended up getting a blister today for the first time, and I couldn't tell you how long. So that's probably going to bother me for a while. But oh well. At least we got some progress done in my yard. I'm trying to reseed it, so we're slowly making progress there. That's a hoop that needs to just hoopla, hoopla. Let's see how many. Let's get 3 more then. Alright, he'll keep working. Let's go put the new tank down there. Lulu, I've got some apples. Lulu, you've got some too. Lulu. Alright, so the way I'm thinking it, we'll have one there in the middle, then another one with just as much room. I think that's right. Yeah, that looks good. So yeah, we're gonna need a lot more space. Alternatively, we could go this way, but that seems like a lot of effort. What's going to be interesting is figuring out how exactly I want to do the displays on the side. Should get a bunch of pipes going too. The air intake will be on the bottom, and then everything else, like the outputs, like oxygen and what have you, be up top. Yeah, all the tanks are going to be down here, because then on the other side of this wall we can make like the gas mixes for all the important stuff. Thinking for sure we'll need fuel and we'll need oxygen. Well, like not oxygen, but base atmosphere, I suppose. Yeah. Now we got. So I think we probably need 3 more's worth. Can we do? Yeah, we can do at least 1 more, but we'll need some copper. I don't know. I mean, don't know if we'll have enough copper. That's hard thing to justify spending. Take this stupid basket and go and get rid of it. Still hot as balls in here. Let's see what this kicks out for us. Jesus. Plenty of iron ore, that's for sure. Alright then. What do we got in here? A lot of iron ore. Silicon can go over here, and the Not complete pile. Not complete stack pile, I guess. Nickel I'm not too worried about. Copper. One thing of copper. Silicon, silicon. Let's see, that lead ingot can go over here. Iron ingot can go over here. Nickel. I guess we'll just take another iron up with us. Why not? We'll need it eventually. Lead, gold. Iron wall, I think we're done with. So iron wall is going to go get recycled. Terrain manipulator we need for a while. Chutes we'll need. Passive vent. Let's get a couple more lockers going just to like hold useful stuff. We're just going to make them by hand because so 1, 2. That you can go there. You know, it'd be Muddenho, thanks for the follow, bud. I could have swore you were already a follower, but either way, I definitely appreciate it. Let's see. Make sure all these are full stacks. Good. This is... I need to just get the actual sorting system up and running. That would be much better than what I'm trying to avoid doing right now, but I guess I'm just sick of everything being so spread out and unavailable. No, that's solder as opposed to Ingvar. Makes sense. We got 4 wall and 30 wall, which they need to go somewhere, but coil heavy, glass sheets. I think we're good here for now at least. Oh, hey, I got 2 more tanks, so I think 1 more, right? Which I'd need more steel for, which would involve firing up furnace again. So we'll skip. Well, we got... No, we need to keep that in there. Solder, you can go in there. You guys are all going in here just because you can. Just because I'm sick of looking at you. Alright, let's think if there's anything we need. We got wall, probably need steel sheets actually. Probably end up needing more steel frames too, but right now we'll just get the sheets while we go down and do more digging. You're on 50, so go ahead. Constantin, you go back in. Yeah, I definitely can. So this isn't my setup. This, I don't know, you might have seen, it's just Yogurt in here. He's got a Twitch channel and a YouTube channel where he sets a bunch of this up. He wrote the IC script for this. So all of this is controlled on the IC script, and he actually came out with a better one that I haven't gotten a hold of yet. But basically, you plug in the IC chip, and you just got to get your variable set, and it's very, very simple. And you have the display here to tell you how many is in the stacker, the diode that tells you how far along each process is, a dial to set your number, and then a button to activate the whole deal. I am no good with IC, so I definitely can't run you through on that, but he's got a, like I said, he's got a YouTube tutorial on how it's set up, and he's also got the script up on the workshop. Like I said, he just came out with a better version too that he was showing me, that's got 2 dials, so he has it so it sets the number of tens and then the single digit, so I don't gotta click 50 times to get to the right place. As for the furnace automation, that I actually followed a walkthrough on the wiki for that, but that was very simple. That one I can actually explain to you a little bit better. So basically everything's just set up. You need 2 slot readers, a logic writer, or I guess and then 2 logic writers. Hook up to your data port, of course, and basically what it says is when the arc furnace has something in the import slot, when the arc furnace has something in the input slot, this activates it. And it does the same here for the output slot too, just so no matter what, it will always cycle. The gas capture was just my idea because I was sick of wasting all of that beautiful, beautiful gas for stuff around. I mean, this is a very simple setup. If I can figure it out, anybody can. I'm trying to remember what exactly it was called on the wiki. I think it was just, they have a few different guides on there. I think it was just the arc furnace automation guide. And hopefully that helps you. I realize I am not very good at explaining things most times, but that's the best I can do, is at least point you in the right direction for it. Trying to see if there's anything else I need to worry about here, but I do not think so. So I guess we just go back down and keep digging. Excuse me. So we'll have another deal going, I guess, one more down. Not even that one. This is turning into a project and a half, but needs to be done. Because we're not leaving Mars until we have like a huge mega base set up. Or at least a base with all of the comforts of home. Oh, I don't have that automated yet. I don't even have it set up. I just have the basic furnace right now. I do have a script downloaded that in theory will automate it, but I haven't gotten far enough to actually put it into practice yet. I was gonna say, I know Yogurt's got that set up in his base, but we were talking about it and he doesn't have a tutorial up for it yet, so that's something I cannot help you with. Once I get around to making it, I will be going through it the first time, actually. So for that, I would definitely try and find somebody else to help you explain it. I can't even send you in any good direction because I haven't looked that far ahead yet. I've kind of been avoiding it because I know it's going to be a pain in the ass. Because I'm definitely going to want it as much automated as possible. Automating an advanced furnace. Mud and Ho there was just was curious about my automated setup, so I showed him kind of how the workshops worked as much as I could, but that's still Yogurt's code, and I'm not even going to attempt to go into it. Because I tried looking into the IC finally. I gave it a shot. I did that Cows Are Evil, his tutorial, and just couldn't do it. It is beyond my expertise. Hold on, I gotta sneeze here. I hate it when you got a sneeze coming on, but then you get all set up and prepared for it, and then the cocksucker won't come. Knowing him, I would bet it's proper naming, but I guess we can go look. I got the computer set up for it still. I mean, I will show it to you. I definitely am not going to have any idea what I'm looking at, but let's see here. We need... I think this is the solar, yep. So, here we go. So yeah, there's what he kind of has written down. See, I guess I like it this way because, as far as I can tell, all this does is it affects your, like what you use the screwdriver on, so it's a lot easier to get it set up for a guy that has no idea what they're talking about. So yeah, this is what he came up with, and it works really good. See, like it's not that I don't well, I gotta think how I put this. I can kind of understand what he's going for here. Like except for the R stuff, that does kind of throw me for a loop. Like, what does fucking R9 and all that shit mean? Yeah, I don't understand fucking R0 or 9 or any of that bullshit, I guess. I almost thought I understood it, but SL, which I suppose if I look at variables, functions. That's color. Maybe functions. Yeah, see, and there it just... Oh, I get you. It's like it takes the place of a logic memory. I guess that kind of makes sense once you know it, but yeah, coding is above my pay grade. I mean, even if I can read this and kind of understand it, I don't have the brains on how to implement it in my own stuff. I think you have to be able to think in a certain direction, and it's just not... My brain doesn't work that way. And at a certain point, a guy's got to know his limitations. That's probably one of the most important things I've ever learned in my life. It took me, like, ruining my back for the rest of my life to learn it, but god damn it, I finally did learn it. Let's see. I think we're just gonna bother with digging out this fucking area for now. Just get an idea on where we stand on the whole deal. You know, while I was up and out of the hole, I should have went and got them steel sheets we got making. But yeah, like I said, I actually did finally make an attempt on trying to learn coding, or the coding in game anyway, and just know your limitations. That's what I finally decided, because like the guy explained it plenty clearly, and it's not that I didn't understand it, it's just my brain kind of turned to mush about 10 minutes in. And that's not his fault. It's just my brain does not work in that particular way. But I mean, thank God it doesn't have to. We got all sorts of smart and creative people on fucking Steam that come up with all sorts of crazy inventions, and I'm more than happy to stand on their shoulders. Standing on the shoulders of giants. Well, I mean, at least they have an excuse in this game. I mean, this is not a newbie-friendly game in the first place. I mean, there's... No, I needed steel sheets. We needed to go up one more. Like, there's nothing I would call this friendly about this game. I mean, granted, I finally did get the hang of the startup after my first little attempt at a base, but now I'm kind of... I feel like I've got the basics down, so I'm trying to spread out and spread my wings and fly. Like, the fact I've got a base this big is just amazing to me. Because I never figured I'd get this far in the game. Well, and that's true, and that's just anything. But see, if you kind of have the background of coding in general, like, I really do believe just coding in general requires a very particular mindset, and it's just not one that I've ever cultivated. Well, I don't know if that's the right word I want to use or not, but I think it gets my point across, if nothing else. It's, I mean, if my life depended on it, I could probably sit down, pound my head against a keyboard for a few hours, and I'd probably walk away with enough of an understanding. But as it stands, it's easier to not have to worry about it and let other people do that part of it for me. And I have no problem with saying that it's not something I am comfortable going after, and more than happy to give credit where it's due. The people that can come up with stuff like this, are my heroes. And God bless them for helping those of us that are less than talented at it. I mean, just like that solar script I'm using. I just happened to be going through the workshop and happened to notice that Yogurt had a good solar tracking script with IC. And I had no problem taking that and making it my own. I mean, the way I see it, 9 times out of 10, a baker isn't going to go out and grow his own flour. It's a certain division of labor. People that are good at one thing can do it. People that are good at another can do it. Their thing. And me, who's good at nothing, will just, flail around helplessly. Alright. This should be about... No, well, let's see. 20 more. It's not about done. I guess we'll just go back, keep digging, lay out frames as we go. Alright, you two might be good people to ask, though, since I'm in the process of doing it now. How many, base gases do you think a guy should capture? I'm thinking oxygen, pollutant, nitrogen, hydrogen. That's another one. So at least 4. You think I bother with carbon dioxide? I'm thinking probably no need to, because my greenhouse has its own atmospherics up on top. I don't... Down here is where I'm going to do all my gas mixing. I'm thinking oxygen, nitrogen for base gases. My carbon dioxide's fine up there. Hydrogen for base or gas mixing, and then I got pollutant just for, refrigeration and whatnot. Yeah. Filter low yourself. So what'd I say? That'd be 5, right? There's probably 6 gases total, I think. I guess maybe you can look. What's import, export? Oh, and shoot. SDB, Hopper Advanced. Sorry, I'm just kind of